Well, hello there. Welcome. It has been a while, to say the least, but you know what they say, better late than never. So for my school, I have this research thingy. It is a group project, but I just so happen to be put in charge of the physical manifestation of our project. We are designing our own fantasy building based on things like these. Now, the sketches are already made. I'll show those on screen now. I do not have footage of that part because I only decided I would make this video later on. But what I can show you is the creating, the birthing, the making of this gorgeous, totally kind of not on scale maquette. I don't even know if maquette is the right word to use, but here we go. Pretty awesome. Actually, I hope it will be pretty awesome. I haven't done it yet. But I am getting grade for this, so it better not turn out too ugly. Because if it turns out bad, I am getting a bad grade. Yes. I started out by sketching where I wanted the floor plans to go, and watching this back, I just have one teeny tiny note. Why do I hold my pencil like that? Look, I understand I have a weird way of holding pencils. You know, like normally I'd hold my pencil like that, right? It's a weird way. It's not the way we're taught in school. I know. It's not great. It's not particularly handy even because I get cramps, but it's just the way I do it. But like, what is this? Why am I doing that? It looks like it hurts. This ended up being the final floor plan, which means I could finally start cutting. Yes, because I did a lot of that during this project actually. It ended up being a lot more intense than I expected, since all those little pieces on the walls, what are they called? Battlements? Okay, I just looked it up. They're called battlements. I don't know what to do with that information, and frankly, okay, I don't know what to do with that information. So cutting out all of these little battlements was really starting to get on my nerves, and these battlements really ended up frustrating me. I'm just now realising this is going to be a lot more cutting work than I had originally planned. So this is me struggling to open the hot glue gun for way too long, refusing to grab the tiniest pair of scissors that was literally not even a meter away from me. I could have just reached over and grabbed them. But no, did I do that? Ha! Who do you think I am? I don't remember why I did that. Looking back, it is so stupid. And now I'm playing around with my hot glue gun. I've never owned one before, and it certainly felt powerful, having all this heat on my hands. It felt like I could shoot anybody down with a trickling spray of glue that might come out of it. Then I tried this method to make the walls, but I ended up scratching that since they fell apart way too quickly. This brush, by the way, got totally ruined, which is a shame because it's really one of my favourite brushes, and I've had it since childhood, and it's really had an emotional attachment to me. It really has. It really, I was really emotionally attached to it. That's what I was trying to say. There you go. Then I cut out something wrongly, which meant there was just the tiniest little dent. Why? As you can see, I screwed up. Why? But of course I cried about it for like 15 minutes. Because what else was I supposed to do? I ended up redoing that piece, which really was not needed because I ended up leaving so many dents in there later on in the process. But it was the beginning, and I was still feeling perfectionistic about it. I cannot even properly write anymore at this point. And also, I forgot how to write. And also, please ignore the fact that my accent has changed like 5 times already in this video, and it's even changing as I speak right now. I'm still trying to figure out which way of English speaking sounds most natural to me, so just bear with me there. If I were to redo it, I would certainly plan my things a little bit better because I had 1 day for cutting. I gave myself 1 day. It ended up becoming like 3. fine, you know. That's fine. Then day 2 started. It was a fresh day, a fresh start. I must have been feeling rejuvenated, re-energized, reloaded. No, because I just right on kept complaining about all of the cutting that I had to do. So, it is now day 2, and I am really starting to get frustrated with all this cutting. It seems it is all I ever do. I have spent so much time just drawing out shapes, and I do not feel this is interesting in content at all. So I think I'm just going to skip now to where it gets interesting, basically, putting it together, painting, decorating, all that jazz. For some reason too, I didn't even end up putting on music. I was just sitting in silence, cutting for hours. No wonder I was so incredibly bored. I was just, okay, another thing to take note of, I guess. Of course, the second day could not go by without making some lovely mistakes. So I always mark where the cardboard piece belongs. But I wrote it on the wrong side of the cardboard. And now I'm just... What? No! You can really hear how defeated I am in my voice. I also turned Australian there for a second. No! Note that down as another accent change, I guess. I needed some more kitchen paper rolls to use as towels. My mum notified the neighbours, and before I knew it, I was sent out to retrieve kitchen rolls across the neighbourhood. I travelled paths for this. I went through nature. I did actually end up getting scratched by the lady's dog. She had a little weenie dog, so it was fine. It didn't really hurt. It did hurt. It was just a little weenie dog. It did not do much harm. What did do harm, however, was the heat. It was so hot outside. I was walking through that sun. I was walking through the pavement. I was walking down the road. And oh my, why? The past couple months, all we had was rain, and small rain if you like it. Temperatures were freezing at worst and cool at best. All of a sudden May starts and it's scorching. People who live in hot countries, I will never understand how you do it. Because why is it 27 degrees Celsius and I feel like I just entered hell? It was terrible. Got it! I got it. It is so hot. I am dying. Oh my. But I got it. I didn't get scratched by it, but I got it. Immediately trying to bite my face with the just new got kitchen roll. That was so hot. I got back, finished my cutting work, finally. Somehow managed to get lighting that makes me look like a corpse. I'm not showing that here. Day 3. I was making significant progress and actually starting to see some results. I was starting to see the vision, which did actually help my spirit lift quite a lot. Even when I misglued an entire wall a centimetre too much to the back. As you can see, I made a little mistake with the placing of this back wall, so I think I might just turn it into a porch or something, but it is coming along so nicely. I was still managing to stay positive. I think that was an improvement from my defeated stance the day before. Now you can see me here trying to cut up these popsicle sticks. They were tough popsicle sticks. It took muscles to cut them. I can know, because I sure have those. The wall did turn out really nice and I was happy with how it looked. It also turned out I had exactly enough popsicle sticks. One less and I would have been panicking again because I had already warmed up the glue gun. Now I'm just testing the strength of the wall by lightly tapping against it. Ah yes, the best way to determine whether something is sturdy or not, the light tap. People don't know how many castle walls have been brought down by just lightly tapping. Before long, I also added the castle turrets onto the towers, and once again provided excellent commentary. Progress. These studs are not glued on yet. This one is so wonky. Why did he do that? This whole video really has me questioning my mental capacity and social skills. In a way, I am not ready to do yet. I'm apparently also not good in the physical department. Wow. Whew. Also, what is my laugh? What is that? Why do I sound like that? Can you imagine somebody tells a funny joke and all of a sudden it just gets... After having glued on every piece carefully, besides the one wall I misplaced, I had to add the clay. Now this clay is very interesting because when I first opened it, it was dry as a desert. I definitely expected the clay to be a lot stickier than it is. It feels more like wet sand. And it's not sticky at all, but it does stick to your fingers. But not to the thing you actually want it to stick to, you know? So that's disappointing. So much so that it actually was unusable, but the instructions said to add water. So me being the rule-following person that I am, I did. I got a cup and the clay became so messy and sticky and horrible and gooey, I actively could not film anything anymore because my fingers were just covered in grey goop. It did turn out really nice though, and I was happy with the details I was able to add using the clay. I filmed this part like the castle was floating, which was a creative choice for sure. The next day I had to get some white paint from the store because I had to wait, because who could have guessed? It was raining, yet again. I did end up getting something even better when I finally went gesso. Look at how nice and shiny it is. It also made my castle very, very white. Feels like there should be a joke there, but I'm not going to make one. The grounds to continue on by making it not white anymore and adding some colour. As not to bore you, I will now speed things up a little. I've moved my setup downstairs at this point, not to get paint on everything, and first coloured the glass green. How original. Then I went onto brown and started humming for some reason. This is what the project was looking like. I was just very happy showing you my progress, so I started humming. The walls became this nice ochre yellow, a colour I would normally hate, but looks really good in this perspective. And before you know it, there's the coloured version of the castle. Just look at its beauty, just marvel at it. I had to take a break for a couple days at this point, because things were getting busy. But that was okay, since the only thing I'd left to glue on a couple pieces that had fallen off when I was painting. So I did that. I drew on the final outlines of the window with a Sharpie, and there it was, the castle. I actually have it. I'm going to show you right now. Ta-da! Hello there! I think the hours I spent cutting and painting and claying onto this thing were absolutely worth it, because at least I got a cool castle out of it. Look at how nice it looks. This is it compared to me if I need on scale, and this is it. You can shake it and nothing will fall off because this thing is sturdy. If you think it looks bad, that's okay. I'm not a master artist, but please just keep that to yourself, because I have spent long enough on this that I believe I will cry if you tell me it looks bad. So just hold that one to yourself, please. So that's a goodbye from me, and I hope you'll be there at my next video, because I am going to try to keep posting this time. Either that, or I will continue my current upload schedule, and you will see me again in about 2.5 years. See ya!